Metaphysical poetry is a genre that emerged in the 17th century in England, and the poet John Donne was part of it. It is characterized by its intellectual and philosophical exploration of complex and abstract ideas. The term metaphysical was coined by Samuel Johnson to describe a group of poets who elaborated conceits and engaged in intellectual analysis. There are certain characteristics of metaphysical poetry, which are intellectual depth, conceits and wit, religious and spiritual exploration, innovation and influence, unique language and style. John Donne as a metaphysical poet. John Donne is widely recognized as one of the key figures of the metaphysical poetry movement. Donne's poetry explores complex ideas and themes related to love, religion, death, and the nature of existence. Intellectual depth in the poetry of John Donne. The work of John Donne is celebrated for its intellectual depth. Donne's poetry explores complex themes, including love, spirituality, and the nature of existence. In his poem, A Valediction, Forbidding Mourning, Donne employs a conceit comparing the love between him and his wife to a compass. This extended metaphor explores the idea that true love allows for physical separation while maintaining a spiritual connection. The Canonization is a poem that illustrates themes of love, spirituality, and societal expectations. The speaker challenges conventional views of love and sanctifies his relationship with his beloved in a unique and intellectually stimulating manner. John Donne's poetry is marked by its intellectual depth. Donne's ability to weave together intellect and emotion makes his poetry enduring and appreciated for its rich layers of meaning. Conceit and wit in the poetry of John Donne. Conceits are extended metaphors, and metaphysical poets, including the poet John Donne, are known for using conceits in their poetry. Donne's wit is marked by cleverness, intellectual acuity, and the ability to express complex ideas in a playful manner. In the poem, The Flea, Donne uses the image of a flea as a conceit to represent the physical union between him and his beloved. The poem's wit lies in the unexpected comparison of the flea as a symbol of their shared intimacy. In Batter My Heart, Three-Person God, Donne employs paradoxical language to express the speaker's desire for a forceful and transformative encounter with God. The juxtaposition of violence and divine love adds depth to the poem. Hence, John Donne's poetry is characterized by his masterful use of conceits and wit. His inventive metaphors, clever language, and intellectual acuity set his work apart. Religious and spiritual exploration. John Donne's poetry is notable for its deep engagement with religious and spiritual themes. A significant portion of his work reflects his complex and profound exploration of matters of faith, divine love, and the human relationship with the divine. In Holy Sonnet 14, Donne employs paradoxical language to express the tension between sin and redemption. The speaker acknowledges his unworthiness while pleading for God's mercy and transformative power. In his poem Hymn to God, in my sickness, Donne expresses a profound trust in God's mercy. The poem serves as a meditation on faith and surrender in the face of physical decline. The poetry of metaphysical poet John Donne is marked by a deep and multifaceted exploration of religious and spiritual themes. His poems elucidate theological concepts, the complexities of faith, and the interplay between the secular and the sacred. Innovation and influence. Like other metaphysical poets, the poet John Donne is often recognized for his innovation in poetry. His unique approach to language, metaphors, and themes set him apart from his contemporaries and had a lasting influence on later poets. Donne reflects on the death of his wife in his poem, A Nocturnal upon St. Lucy's Day. He expresses his grief within a larger contemplation of life's transience. The blending of personal emotion with broader themes is an innovative aspect of Donne's work. John Donne's poetry is characterized by innovation in language, metaphors, and themes. It sets him apart as a poet who had a profound impact on the trajectory of English poetry. Donne's innovative spirit and influence can be observed in the works of poets across different eras. Unique language and style. John Donne's poetry is known for its distinctive language and style. Donne's use of colloquial language makes his poetry more accessible to a wide audience. Despite dealing with complex themes, his choice of language bridges the gap between high and low registers. He engages readers on a more personal level. In his poem, The Sun Rising, Donne employs conversational language to address the sun. He creates a sense of intimacy and makes the poem more relatable to readers. Donne's ability to integrate colloquial language with complex metaphysical ideas has contributed to the enduring appeal and influence of his work in the realm of English poetry. Conclusion. In conclusion, the poetry of John Donne embodies the characteristics of the metaphysical through its intellectual depth, elaborate conceits, illustration of secular and sacred themes, introspection, use of paradox and irony, and lasting influence on the literary tradition. Donne's contribution to the metaphysical movement solidifies his place as a quintessential metaphysical poet.